This is Jensen, and I'm sharing the Great Outdoors class information with him because he has been my friend since high school, and he's usually interested in the outdoors. So I will be sharing some information about what I've learned in this course. The main idea of the course is that nature is everywhere. We focus on that. It's not just in the woods or the rivers, but it's even in the cracks of the sidewalk where weeds grow. We have focused on not limiting nature to something untouched. And so the great outdoors refers to everything we do to spend time outdoors. So not just the hiking or camping or canoeing, but also quick walks from class to class or eating lunch outside. Just any way to spend time outside. Oh, and by the way, this is intended to be a conversation and not a lecture. How much time do you intentionally plan to be outside in your week?
Usually, I hang with Billy outside for a couple hours every week. I don't know if that's intentional, us being outside, but we are outside nonetheless.
So how much time would you say weekly you are outside?
I would say I'm probably approximately outside 9 to 10 hours each week. I do not intentionally go outside.
Just many of the activities I enjoy are outside.
Okay, and what are your favorite outdoor activities?
My favorite activities would have to be going outside and working on my car and going swimming outside in my pool in my yard.
Okay. So it sounds like you do enjoy being outside. Is that right, or is it something you do for others or because of other obligations?
I got separate obligations I must attend to that involve in which me being going outside.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you about one-pagers, which were a technique we used to learn material throughout this semester.
Okay.
It's just to solidify learning, and it makes us slow down and draw connections between the material
Slow down, I see you.
and other ideas. You might have heard of the.
Nope.
You haven't heard of the dual coding theory?
At this time, no.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, we just use ideas with the words, and it kind of drills in the idea.
You're drilling something into my head?
Yep, that's the goal. It makes just as like different sensory, different ways to get the information learned. So I'm gonna show you a few of my one-pagers that I made for this course. I made several, but I will share 3 of them. So let me grab you the first one and also put it on the screen. Let's see, we wanted. Let me put it on the screen. Okay, so here is my mathematics in the great outdoors. It was to connect the outdoors with my major. It gives me something interesting and something I'm passionate to talk about. It was one of the first assignments, kind of got me more interested into the course too. And remember, this is meant to be a conversation and not a lecture, so you can ask a question or share any knowledge if you'd like to. Let me share my next one-pager with you then. It'll be the compare and contrast different perspectives. Okay, so this one, it kind of gave us more of an idea of the actual course. What was, so the top one, these are 2 different perspectives of people about what we should call nature or what nature is. And the top one seemed more pessimistic to me. It sounded to me like they were saying, like every generation, nature is just getting worse and worse. And it didn't seem very hopeful that we could change anything. And I mean, the second one, it's really the opposite, and it's more about what this class is about. It's saying nature is everywhere. You know, this came from a TED talk, but she said even like the overgrowth on the industrial buildings, like even that is nature. You know, we just need to learn how to see the nature and how to find it. And you know, I like that idea a lot more, and that's more of what this class is about. But yeah, and she believed that if we define nature as being the untouched, then we wouldn't have any nature left. Do you have any thoughts about that?
I had agreed with what she had said.
Okay.
I mean, nature all around us
Yeah.
and whatnot. That plant over there,
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah.
That rock in the backyard is nature.
That's right.
That cabinet, this table, wood.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good
from
point.
nature.
Yeah, that's a good point. You lost me for a second. But we're back on. Okay, well, let me show you my last one. So this one is the humanistic inquiry. This is before me and Grace broke up, but let me put it on screen so
Oh,
you
I'm
guys
sorry about that.
know what I'm talking about. So it was just a way to get an idea of how different people might feel or perceive nature. So I talked to Grace and my dad and my sister. She's in Colorado, but she's leaving pretty soon. But they all, they all had different preferences for outdoors. That was something cool to see. Yeah, what do you think about that? You already said you like working on your car outdoors, and so do you like anything like hiking or canoeing or swimming?
I had said earlier I'd like to swim.
So now we'll go through kind of why I chose these one-pagers to share with you. So first I did the math in the outdoors, or the your major in the outdoors, and it was just something I'd be able to talk with you passionately about. And it's probably the most interesting one to me. So I thought maybe, yeah.
I find it to show how God does not make mistakes and how he does not design at random.
Yeah, that is a good point. There's a lot of connections between that and many faiths. That's true. And then for the second one, I thought it gave a pretty good representation of what the class was about. That's the different perspectives. So that's why I included that one.
Amnesia.
Amnesia. I think it was about kind of forgetting. Oh yeah, that's just more about forgetting what nature really means, which was the title of the article or the talk. And yeah, I was just saying as we go on, we're just doing less and less nature, and we're falling away from. So they had some good ideas there, but I think they missed the bigger picture. Like, that's not all nature is, but it is true that we are appreciating it less. So maybe they are right there. Then the last one, I just thought it would be cool to show you something with people that we know, both of us, and see how you felt. And you told me about what you like to do outdoors, and that's a pretty good deal. So making these one-pagers, it helped me realize that I could be more creative than I thought I could. I struggled with completing a few of them, but either way, they really helped me drill the idea into my head.
That's good.
And for some of them, we had to use a specific template with all the lines, and but some of them I got to choose which template, and it's a good way to keep the related information together. I try to make them well colored, but the versions I gave you are in black and white.
Oh, that's okay.
So I wanted to ask you, what did you find interesting, or what did you learn from the one pagers I shared with you?
I learned a lot actually related to about how nature it actually exists still in our modern world, even though we don't see it. We gotta learn to see it, because there it is. Just open your eyes.
Yeah, yeah, that's a really good answer.
Thank you.
So, what details or experience related to the topics would you have included if you were creating, let's say, any of the 3 one-pagers, but I think the most relevant is the Your Major and the Great Outdoors.
My major, right. So I would say my idea is to be that electricity naturally in nature, lightning as an example, I would include that, and maybe show the dichotomy between the electricity and the lightning, and maybe perhaps the electronics that keeping us from the outdoors.
Yeah, yeah. Do you do any learning in your daily life that might include using both images and text?
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, that's all right. If you did, you could use a one-pager, and it would
Okay.
drill it in your mind. Please share a new idea you have for your time outdoors after this talk.
Yeah, a new idea I had is to go explore in a cave, and that just goes to show, even though I'm indoors a cave, I can be enjoying the outdoors. It makes you think.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. So do you have any last comments or questions
Nope.
for me? All right. Well, thank you for your time, Jensen. It was good talking to you. Bye.